Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Yeah, he just said 30 seconds. Fort Fairfield High School, as we are getting ready to bring you a prelim matchup between the Penobscot Valley High School Howlers of Howland and the home team Fort Fairfield Tigers. PVHS comes in as the number 12 seed, and they have a monumental task of taking on these Fort Fairfield Tigers, who come in at number 5. I'm Kevin Schoberg, joined by Bobby Russell. And Bobby, we should have a decent one on our hands, and a lot of unknowns here, but we've seen Fort Fairfield a few times, impressed with their running game. We know PVHS certainly has a contrasting style.
Well, they do. If you look at the scores throughout the course of the season, Penobscot Valley really doesn't get up over 50 points very much. I think 14 games were under 50 points total scoring for their ball club. And Fort Fairfield, as you mentioned, does really like to push the tempo. So contrasting styles, we'll see which one is, going to be able to dictate how things go today. But certainly looking down here at Penobscot Valley, they will have the size advantage and going to look to pound the ball inside against the Tigers. Really, Caden Barnes is their only size. Colby Langner is, probably 5'10" or so. He plays bigger than what he is. But between the two of them, they're going to have their hands full tonight, keeping the Howlers off the glass and trying to limit the post touches.
Well, we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we will come back with more of our J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show right after this on WHOU.
Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
The end of the game. That's a crushing loss. They're not going to Florida this year.
The home team can always win the game. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. countyfcu.org.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA indoor turf facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information.
With Bobby Russell. Bobby, let's take a little glance at both teams here, and we'll start with the visitors, PVHS. We talked about their stinginess. Statewide, they are fourth in the state as far as points allowed, fewest points allowed at 41.56 per game. We know, looking at their scores, a few games that scores were in the 20s. So obviously they play some defense. They're coming off a season last year. They beat PCHS in the prelim round, and then they lost handily to Holton in the quarters. They face some injuries this year. Zach Dorr out with a wrist injury. A little bit, some of your thoughts on this PVHS squad.
Yeah. Well, they play in that, I'll call it's not Central Maine, but it's Central Maine for us. It's between Bangor and where we are, but where the Dexters and Skanks and Mananoquoc Academies, Lee Academy, Penquist in that PVC league there, and it's usually a very tough schedule. There's they play 6 different tournament teams on their schedule, so they're battle tested. They scores indicate they play a possession game of basketball, grind it out, which will allow them to be in a lot of games, but it also allows the other team to be in a lot of games. So you have to really be able to close out games when you keep it that low. And this will be our first look at them, but they're really led by Reese Carter. He's had multiple games where he's been able to light it up from behind the arc and put up some pretty big numbers in the scoring column for them. And then Zach Mitchell is the big man in the middle for him. And Alex Tash also looks to be like a slashing type guard for him. So the trio right there is going to be a concern for Fort Fairfield. They present a size disadvantage for the Tigers, and I can't say quickness because of course Fort Fairfield does have Dawson Watson, who's pretty quick, but certainly the size advantage in those 3 positions goes to the Howlers.
And then on the Fort Fairfield side, the hosts talked about, again, statewide rankings. We said PVHS very stingy. Fort Fairfield statewide 36 in the state scoring wise. They are really close to 60 points a game. They like to run up and down the floor.
Well, they do, and they'll shoot it from behind the arc. They'll slash to the basket. And every time they get a rebound, they will be looking to force the tempo and try to get out in the open floor and take advantage of their speed. So that'll certainly be something Penobscot Valley has to do, is jam those outlets and not let them get in transition. The Tigers looking to take that next step. Last year they traveled down to Sumner. I believe it was the 8-9 seed, and through 3 to 3.5 quarters, they were right there neck and neck with the Sumner Tigers, and just weren't able to pull it out. And Sumner went on to upset number 1 Central Rustic in the quarterfinals. So certainly a worthy opponent. Tigers have everybody back, and we added Caden Barnes this year as well. So they definitely are focused, goal-oriented, and want to make sure that they are able to, as they're a little bit senior-heavy this year, want to make sure they get that trip to the Cross Insurance Center. But I think it's a good matchup for a 12 seed to come in here to draw the Tigers.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of George Stevens against Bucksport. That game will be played on February 18th, quarterfinal matchup at 2 o'clock at the Cross Insurance Center. We're going to take a 2-minute break as we wind up our Jay McLaughlin Construction pregame show, and we'll be back for our County Federal Credit Union starting lineups, all after this on WHOU.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Main Equipment Company. Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gardner Gymnasium in tonight's game between Penobscot Valley Howlers and our own Fairfield Tigers. A special welcome to the Howlers, their coaches and fans, and Mutual, the cheerleaders and pep bands in excellent form tonight. And also at halftime, the cheerleaders will be performing their cheer. Like a reminder, no smoking on the ground.
Do you go live and have the PA? We can't really pick up the PA. Just in a couple seconds.
Please do your part as a player, cheerleader, coach, or fan by demonstrating good sportsmanship. Now introductions, first and line starters for each team.
Welcome back. It's time for our County Federal Credit Union starting lineups. We'll take it down to the floor.
Number 2, Isaac Dorr. Number 3, Zachary Dorr. Number 4, Dave Pathway. Number 12, Lance Deal. 21, Andrew Williams. Number 30, Bryce Seeley. 32, Ryan Thompson. And 33, Cameron Luer. Now for the Fort Fairfield non-starters. Number 4, Alex Oakes. Number 5, James Woolley. Number 10, Josh Gill. Number 12, David Kroger. Number 13, Blake Sadal. 14, Ray Griffin. 23, Zach McShay. 24, Kobe West. 25, Zach Earhauser. 33, Dominic Large. Now the starters for Penobscot Valley. A freshman, number 0, Gabe Reed. A senior, number 10, Reese Carter. A junior, number 11, Alex Pash. A junior, number 23, Zachary Mitchell. A junior, number 24, James Royal. Coach Wayne Woodfield and Coach Jeremy Ross. Now for our own Fort Fairfield Tigers. A senior, number 2, Wyatt King. Senior, number 3, Dawson Watson. A junior, number 15, James Barnes. Senior, number 20, James Griffin. And senior, number 21, Colby Langer. Assistant coaches Tonight's officials are Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Alla, and Mr. Kluge. Would you please rise and remove your hats while the Fort Fairfield Middle High School pep band, under the direction of Mrs. Purdy, plays our national anthem. Thank you.
And those were the lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. County Federal Credit Union is a community-based financial institution with nearly 20,000 members, with branches conveniently located in Caribou, Presque Isle, Fort Fairfield, Houghton, and soon to be opened in Mars Hill. The County Federal Credit Union has the coverage to meet all your financial needs. Visit one of their local branches to see why membership makes a difference. So the Howlers have taken the floor. Fort Fairfield getting some final instructions from Coach Vaughn McLaughlin. PVHS, by the way, coached by Jeremy DuRost. He's the son of former MPA Executive Director Dick DuRost. And the Tigers have made their way on the floor. Wearing the home whites, they will be going from right to left on your screen. Glad you could join us for high school basketball on WHOU. Cade Barnes jumping center against Zach Mitchell. And the tip is controlled by nobody. But it's off Fort Fairfield. And it's Howler basketball. Reese Carter and Alex Tash in the backcourt for PVHS.
And throughout the regular season, we've seen the Tigers play man-to-man defense. That's what they start out here.
They go high post. Borello throws it away, but it goes out of bounds off Fort Fairfield. The Howlers will keep it, taking it out in the corner of the court. Carter to Tash, back to Carter. Fires up a three, it's short. Rebound Griffith for Fort Fairfield. Tigers on the run. Keegan lays it up and in.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame show, partner. The Tigers going to look to get out in the open floor, and Watson just lays it out there for Keegan to run onto.
He's a very creative playmaker, Dawson Watson. And we're going to have a near steal and then a travel, so PVHS will keep it.
Langer just couldn't keep his balance there. Looked like he might have got bumped a little, but go with a travel violation.
So it's Tash with the ball. Now Carter has it. Carter lobs it inside, almost thrown away. Tash comes up with it. Three-pointer is up and in by Reese Carter.
And he's had some big games this year where he's knocked down 4 3-pointers from behind the arc. He let the first possession let one go. It came up short, but that time he was on the mark.
He averages about 11 points a game as Tash grabs the rebound. Picks up his dribble with Keegan out on him.
Well, that's a few times. He's really just picked up his dribble almost immediately after half court. They start their offense high with the 1-4 set across the free throw line. A few turnovers here in the early going. Tigers doing a nice job of collapsing.
There's Barnes. Inside, basket's good.
And another possession where they really look to force a tempo. Watson, he's got that speed. Where if he gets into the lane, he'll either finish or dish. Barnes can finish. He's got that leaping ability.
And that was Zach Mitchell setting an illegal screen there. Gives the ball back to Fort Fairfield. 6:07 to play, opening quarter. Tigers with the lead and the basketball. Chase Griffith down to Barnes, and he's called for the travel right underneath the basket.
A little bit too far under, behind the backboard. We really couldn't do damage. Took just the one dribble and got himself in the air, lost the pivot foot.
Fort Fairfield with some pressure. Ball goes out of bounds. Again, PVHS will keep it. Borello's going to put it in play right in front of us, guarded by Colby Langner.
Oh, the Tigers, they're extending, putting some full court man-to-man pressure on.
Tash behind the back, and he's called for the carry.
Just lost the handle. Couldn't get the ball all the way around. And
so Fort keeps it. With Chase Griffith getting it into Watson, back to Griffith. Keegan has it top of the key. His three is very, very good.
Oh, right on the money. Good start for Wyatt Keegan. Got out in the open floor. Saw the first one fall and then drains that three.
Here's Carter. Gets into the paint. Throws it up there. No good. Keegan with the rebound. Fort Fairfield again getting the outlet pass out there. Looking to run. Watson to Chase Griffith. His three is off the mark. Mitchell grabs the rebound.
Well, he had good position there, and Barnes doing the smart thing. He wanted to jump and try to contest that rebound, but wisely just lets him have it as he was not in position to contest.
Carter almost threw it away, able to retrieve the ball. Gabe Reed with it. Here's Tash with the three-pointer. The lefty with a nice stroke there. Gets it to go.
Well, it didn't take him long either, and didn't have a lot of room as Keegan was up on him, but just didn't have the hand up.
So it's 7-6 now, Fort Fairfield on top. Try to get it down low. It's out of bounds off Fort Fairfield.
Well, Chase Griffith, he was open in the short corner, and it just mishandled the pass, trying to get it to him too soon.
Here's Carter long to Tash. He's going to lay it up, in, and a foul. Get creative as he got up in the air. Laid it in, and he's going to have a chance for another point here.
Well, they did, and with Fort Fairfield putting on the man-to-man pressure, they were overplaying on this end. No safety back there, and Tash able to beat Keegan in the open floor. You're going to foul him. Make sure he doesn't get the shot off, but does a nice job finishing with the whirling dervish.
Foul shot's good as well, so the Howlers take the lead. 9-7.
It's a 3-2 zone put up by the Howlers.
He laid off to Barnes. He lays it in.
Well, able to use a dribble penetration. Reverse the ball, penetrate on the baseline, and the help side comes. Barnes finds himself wide open.
Here's Reed with it now. To Tash. Tash goes baseline. Kicks it out now to Carter. His wide open three is good.
Well, he's proven right now that you better not leave him alone. Do not give him room. Knock down a couple.
They did a good job kicking it out to him. He makes good on the shot now for Fairfield. Chance to tie it with a three. Griffith can't get it to go. Smallest guy on the court grabs the rebound for PVHS. That's Gabe Reed. And Tash on the way in. Draws some contact.
Be interesting to see what goes on. It's going to go on Chase Griffith. That very easily could have went on Wyatt Keegan. And that would have been his second in the early going.
Graydon Griffith checks into the game. Watson with those quick hands, but PVHS able to retrieve.
Well, he knocked away the pass, but neither he or Barnes made a valiant effort to go get the ball, and Penobscot Valley winds up with it, and another chance for a three-point play.
That time they get it down low to Borello. He gets the shot to go. The Howlers with their largest lead at 5, and they can tack another point onto that right here. Borello's free throw is good. Langner to Keegan. That three-pointer is short. Watson tried to knock it out of bounds off a PVHS player. But instead, it's tied up, and the Howlers will have it.
Carter did a nice job backing away, so he couldn't throw it off him. Watson returns the favor by sneaking in behind and tying it up. I think they're going to get together and talk about the jump ball. It should be. So the ball went out of bounds, and it went to Penobscot Valley. It really should be Fort Fairfield basketball.
Pedro Rodriguez.
They got it switched now. It was going the wrong way. Now they've turned it in the middle of the proceedings here. But what happened was the tip. It really was not controlled. Went out of bounds over by the score table to Penobscot Valley.
Right.
And this has been the first jump ball since then. So this is the right decision.
Brad Alla, Joe Kluke, and Pedro Rodriguez huddle up. Fort Fairfield will have it. Graydon Griffith to Langner, back to Griffith. Here's Watson to Langner, high post. Watson knocks it off the thigh of Dawson Watson and out of bounds. Good defensive play there, and the Howlers will get it back.
We got just enough of a hand on it that it did happen to go off of Watson's leg right here in front of us.
The Howlers average just 43 points a game, but they already are up to 15 with still 2.5 minutes to go in this quarter and make that 17.
Well, that's the second time, exactly, that they have thrown it over the top when they've been taking the ball out down here in front of us. Tigers getting beat for 4 points that way.
And as the visitors, you can't ask for a better start for PVHS.
No, you certainly can't. You never know. I say long trip. It's all relative, really. I mean, it's probably an hour and a half to 2 hour ride for them. Been here a while shooting around, getting a feel for the gym and the rims.
There's Watson, gets into the paint, throws it up, and the prayer is answered.
Well, he's got that creativity that he's really able to finish. When he gets himself in the air, he can get himself twisted into a knot, but still get it up on the rim and finish.
And he's going to get the steal. Gets past Tash to Keegan. Shot is no good, but he's fouled. And quickly, Fort Fairfield right back in this one.
Yeah, and we've seen where they can really put some points on the board in a hurry. And the play before, Watson was able to finish that in the air. Colby Langner really had a nice high post catch, took a step and made about a 10-12 footer there. And if he can make those, that'll be good for the Tigers.
First free throw off the mark by Keegan. Checking in, Bryce Seeley along with Lance Neal for PVHS as Keegan steps to the line for his second attempt. A lane violation. So Keegan's going to have another chance here. Try to avoid the hat trick and make one of his free throws.
3 for $1. It's like if you go to the fair.
Gets that one to go.
He just gets a small prize.
Up ahead to Tash. Knocked out of bounds by Watson, who gets back nicely.
Yet again, it was an opportunity where they throw over the top. The Tigers really haven't adjusted to that pass, the long one.
Lob pass to Mitchell. Neal to Tash. The lefty fires up a three. No good. Long rebound comes out to Graydon Griffith. Finds Watson. Foul's going to be called. They're going to get Tash for that one.
Well, once Griffith got it, he was looking for Watson, and he had the afterburners on before he caught it and really took it at the hoop.
Watson's first free throw attempt rims out. The senior dribbles 3 times, misses that one as well, and it's Borello grabbing the rebound.
Well, in the early going, Tigers not taking advantage of the free throws.
But Watson picks the pocket of Tash and lays it in and draws for Fairfield within a point.
Well, that's the speed of Watson. He's a little lower to the ground, but then he gets caught this time reaching in. Tash had gotten by him.
So 1 minute to play in the quarter. Watson picks up his first. 4 team fouls on Fort Fairfield, 3 committed by PVHS. Griffith gets out on Carter. Reese Carter pulls up off the backboard, no good. Fort Fairfield with the rebound. On the run, Watson lays it up. Fort Fairfield goes on top.
Well, he had Graydon Griffith on the right side of the floor, gave a little look away, and then steps through.
It's Lance Neal that can't handle. That was a hard pass there. Through his hands, and with 33.3 seconds showing on the clock, Tigers will have it back.
Most guys on Sunday afternoon wouldn't be able to handle that one. That was a bullet.
Yep. Watson with 20 seconds. He'll hold on to it as time winds down.
Well, and this is ideal, really. Penobscot Valley not putting any pressure on the ball. They don't have to worry about committing a turnover or having to dribble it around.
Keegan fires it up there with 4 seconds left. Rebound Borello. That's going to do it for this first quarter. It's a high-scoring one, and the Tigers lead it 18-17. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Glad you could join us for boys playoff basketball on WHOU. A couple other prelim games taking place on our stream. Old Town at Holton Boys and Mount View at MDI. Both those games start at 6 o'clock as well. And this one, it's Fort Fairfield on top. They scored 9 unanswered points. After trailing by 8, they lead by 1. As the Howlers have the first possession, they throw it away. Watson again will lay it up. That one is no good. Caden Barnes with the rebound. That one's no good. And Borello grabs the board.
Oh, that time Tash, he backed off at the last second, but contested just enough. Didn't want to pick up that second foul here in the early going of the second quarter.
There's Borello moving in. It's going to be a 3-second violation called. Making his way to the hoop, but they disallow the basket.
That was going to go on Lance Neal. Just a little too long in the lane. Takes away 2.
Borello's shot does not count. Fort Fairfield has it back. Try to Get it down low to Langner. Knocked out of bounds for Fairfield. With Graydon Griffith putting it in play. Right underneath the basket. Set up their box, and now they move around and see if they can find an open teammate. Griffith will lob it out to Watson. Keegan to Barnes. Layup is good.
Oh, it looked like Borello might have got a foot on it, but they let him play on, and the length of Barnes able to come in from behind the backboard and finish over the side of the rim.
And they're going to get Alex Tash for another carry, second such violation of the game for him. Back to Fort.
Well, it seemed in the early going here, it seems susceptible to a little bit of pressure, maybe generate some turnovers out front for the Tigers.
Graydon Griffith goes baseline, tries to feed Barnes, stolen away by Carter.
Yeah, just not a lot of spacing there as Griffith was attacking at Barnes.
Borello able to get the ball back after it was knocked loose. Now Tash. Baseline shot is no good. Gets the rebound. Goes up among the trees. Lays it up and in. And he's going to have a chance to tie it up with 6:19 to play in the second quarter. .16 foul on Fort. That one's on Barnes. Tash's free throw, no good. Barnes up high for the rebound for Fort. Remains 20-19. And Tash goes up into the stands to try to save that ball.
Does a nice job stepping in the passing lane, trying to get the ball to Graydon Griffith on that right wing.
Here's Watson, the floor leader. One of the seniors on this Tiger squad.
And I got to think, partner, that this might be the first time the Tigers have seen a 3-2 zone throughout the course of the year. I know we've covered a few of their games. Trying to, feel it out right now here in the early going. That time, Dawson Watson really feels it out as he drills a three on that right foul line extended wing.
Puts Ford on top by 4. Here's Carter. That shot is no good. Here's Borello. Lays it up and in over Barnes.
Well, Graydon Griffith had the opportunity to grab the rebound, but he volleyballed it right to the other side of the lane, and Penobscot Valley takes advantage.
Chase Griffith with the miss. The Howlers get it back, trailing 23-21, 5:20 remaining in the second quarter. This is a Class C prelim. Number 5, Fort Fairfield. Number 12, PVHS.
Well,
shot is blocked.
Yeah, Barnes rotates over as they threw it over the top of Langner. And then he takes the extra step here in front of us. But Barnes doing a nice job coming over and presenting himself, and gets the block.
So Borello gets a break. As PVHS has the ball, as Tash tries to bounce it over to Sealy. It's kicked out of bounds. Tash looking for an open teammate, finds one in Reese Carter. Carter averages around 11 points a game, which leads the way for PVHS.
Yeah, he's certainly the leader, but looking through the box scores, they got 5 or 6 kids that can put up anywhere from 6 to 10 points. Seem pretty balanced.
Again, and we alluded to it earlier, but Zach Dorr, one of their starting guards, went down about midway through the season with a broken wrist. Certainly test the team's depth when that happens, and it kind of coincided too with the late season swoon by PVHS.
Well, and PVH and Fort Fairfield both in Class C, but used to be in the Class D ranks before the reclassification. And small schools, they can't afford to lose any starters or kids for that matter. You don't have that many to pick from in the first place. Oh, it is.
Lob pass comes into Sealy.
But Watson picks up his second foul there, so we'll have to see if he can keep clean the rest of the way. We got 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Here's Carter. A long shot. No good. It bounces above, hit the support above the backboard. So it stays 23-21.
Well, he hit the 2 3-pointers there in the first quarter, but the Tigers have really limited his touches.
Carter leads the way with 8 points. Barnes misses the shot. Rebound to Mitchell. Finds Tash.
And if Fort Fairfield can get the ball into that high post, and if they can make a few of those and make the defense collapse, that'll open things up a little bit more for them on the perimeter.
Tash has it knocked out of bounds, but a foul is called.
It's going to go on Wyatt Keegan, which will be his, should be second as well.
William Brown checks in for the Howlers, replaces Sealy, and Keegan does check out of the game in favor of Avery Cormier for Fort Fairfield. Tash gets the first foul shot. He'll have another chance to tie it with 3:34 to play in this second period. Misses this time. Rebound comes out to Watson. Chase Griffith, nice bounce pass down low to Barnes. Spins out.
Well, they got it where they wanted to him on the low block. He turns to the middle. I think if he drop steps to the baseline, maybe he's able to use the glass. It probably goes for him.
Instead, PVHS can take the lead here. Mitchell. It's going to be a tie-up and the possession arrow to the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Winner of this one will play next Tuesday, 2 o'clock at the Cross Center. Either George Stevens or Bucksport will be the opponent. There's Dawson Watson. Misses a shot. Barnes up high for the offensive rebound. Cormier's shot is no good. Another offensive rebound by Barnes. There's Langner. Flicks it up there. That one spins out. And we're going to have a Fort Fairfield foul.
Well, that was halfway down for Langner. Rolls around and out. Barnes, a little contact there in the rebound, but certainly secured the rebound. Hate to pick up that foul there. This is going to be his second. So Keegan's got 2, Watson's got 2, now Barnes has 2 for the Tigers.
Chase Coyley is the replacement for Caden Barnes. First foul shot by Lance Neal is good.
There's not much of a discrepancy, but a little bit for the Howlers as far as being able to knock down their free throws.
The big guy, Lance Neal, goes 2 for 2.
That's 5 in the game for them. The Tigers made 1.
Well, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Chase Griffith with the runner. That one is no good. Coyley gets inside, grabs the rebound, and he's going to go to the line. PVHS hadn't committed a foul in quite some time. That's their 4th.
I think they picked up all 3 of those in the first quarter. We're only 2:27 left here in the second.
That one's the second on Zach Mitchell. But PVHS definitely has the score down where they want it. After the first quarter, not the case. They've limited to 4 to 6 points here in this quarter so
18
far.
to 17 after that first. And really have been able to control the tempo and keep Fort Fairfield from getting on the open floor and taking advantage of it.
The Tigers are now 2 out of 6 as a team from the line as Coyley goes 1 out of 2. Ties it at 24. Tash. Out from the baseline. No good. Cormier commits the foul, and Alex Tash, he's made it to the foul line a few times already. He'll have 2 more. Tash, foul shot's good. Second one is good, but they disallow it as he stepped over the line. The PVHS leads this one 25-24. 2:15 to play in this second period as Cormier will throw it away, but it's out of bounds off PVHS. Cormier to Coyley. Turns around. His shot's no good, but Coyley draws another foul.
He did a nice job flashing to the high post and squares himself up to the basket. William Brown's going to pick up that foul.
Coyley's first one is good.
And that'll be the key for the Tigers. If they can keep moving, get the ball inside, kick it out, keep the ball moving, get the defense shifting, and create some open shots for themselves.
Coyley has given Fort Fairfield a lift off the bench with 3 points. Fort Fairfield has the lead inside of 2 minutes to play. Carter has it. They fire it down low to Neal, lays it up and in. Nice find.
Nice position. Good find through all the traffic.
Watson gets into the paint. And they're going to call a tie-up. And it's going to be possession to PVHS. Borello gets it into Neal. Cormier nearly came up with a steal. Back to the Howlers, and Neal finds a ball handler in Tash. And the Howlers are going to get a timeout with 1:18 to play. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on WHOU.
Tabs you can open there.
We're back at Fort Fairfield High School. And it's going to be PVHS with the ball as they avoid the turnover with that timeout taken. Lead by 1 point. Tash created some space, drains the three.
Well, he's knocked down a few of those here in this first half. And his defender on the floor, he just steps back and smooths one in.
His season high is 18 points. He has 13 so far in the game, does Tash. But on the other end, Colby Langer gets fouled, and he'll step to the line for 2 shots. First one is good. Second one also good. So the Tigers have shot well from the line in this quarter. 5 out of 6. Trail by just 2 points. They're going to get Borello pushing Coyley underneath the basket, away from the ball. Tigers are going to get it back.
It was away from the ball, so he really was not focused on there, but see exactly what transpired.
Team control foul, so no free throws. Fort Fairfield can tie it or go ahead here. There's Griffith with another runner. It's short, but again, a foul committed by PVHS, and that one is on Borello. 2 quick ones for him, his 3rd of the game.
Yeah, just at the last second, reached in and caught him on the arm. That gets Zach Mitchell up off the bench for the final 36 seconds.
Chase Griffith with his first point of the game. Gets that one to go as well. We're knotted at 30 with 36 seconds to play in this half. Here's Reese Carter. He's been very quiet.
Well, after those first couple three-pointers he made, that time Langner dives down on the weak side to disrupt the entry pass.
So Reese Carter to trigger it in. Lob pass is too high, stolen away by Langner. Gets it to Watson. Lays it up, no good. Blocking foul. 2 shots coming for Dawson Watson.
Well, they got it to him. A little bit of a predicament there as the defender was right on him, but his handles able to keep the dribble going and attack the basket. That's going to be the second foul on Brown. Got a bit of a free throw shooting contest here in the last minute.
And Fairfield has gotten on a roll from the line. In fact, they have hit their last 8.
They were unable to take advantage in the first quarter, but certainly have righted the ship here in this second.
So the Tigers go out on top. Second one's good. Up ahead again, they go long. Tash can't get it to go. Neal cannot get the follow to go. Fairfield's going to have another opportunity for points. Coyley lays it up, high off the backboard and in.
Oh, they have been limited to getting out in the open floor last couple times. They're going to wave that one off and say a travel first, so if it had gone in, it's not going to count. Only 0.9 left here, but able to get out in the open floor, and Coyley finishes.
Chance for a catch and shoot here.
Little run, mini run to end this quarter from the free throw line and that fast break. Somebody's got to go to the ball.
Watson's shot is no good. That is how the first half ends with a run by Fort Fairfield. They go on top, 34-30. We will come back for our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. We'll go over some scores taking place throughout the region in boys prelim action. We'll talk about the upcoming tournament beginning Friday at the Cross Center and a whole lot more. Stick around on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
MMG Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school basketball. Founded in 1897 and based in Presque Isle, MMG has independent insurance agents across Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. MMG has recently received a national award in innovation, was recognized as the Maine Company of the Year by the Maine Insurance Agents Association, and again named among the best places to work in Maine. Find out more about MMG by visiting our website, mmgins.com. MMG Insurance, protecting your piece of the world.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. Whether you're working hard in the woods or digging in the dirt, Nortrax has the new and used heavy equipment you need. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support, plus around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our service technicians, parts specialists, and product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
The guys at Griffith Honda are in a whole heap of trouble again, ever since they started giving steals to the good people of the county. Steals like this 2017 Honda Ridgeline RTL, Griffith certified at only $28,995. They've all been going a bit stir crazy, but luckily for them, Pork Chop ordered a large pepperoni pizza with extra keys. Stop in today and get your steal from Griffith Honda.
All right, let's get out of here.
WHOU would like to thank our student staff for all their hard work this season. We employed 17 students who worked every aspect of our broadcast. This includes camera, production, play-by-play, and much more. The support of our sponsors and WHOU.live subscribers allows us to hire and train these great students. They are our next generation of employees, and we are proud of the work they've done. Be sure to thank them when you see them at tournaments, and thanks again for your support.
Katahdin Trust, proud to support student athletes and their parents since 1918.
We are back for our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. I'm Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell. We have Ricky Goupel on camera. Marco Almonte back at the station producing this one. And Steve Carmichael at my side. And one of his tasks, providing some scores for other prelim games taking place in the region. We have a few boys games to catch you up on. I can tell you that Greater Holton Christian Academy has a 34-22 lead over Washburn. Yeah, it's a halftime score. Most of these are at halftime or near. Holton leads Old Town in a Class B prelim, 31-30. In Class C, Central is up by 12 points over Calais. And back to Class B, we have three more scores to report. Mount View leading MDI in Bar Harbor, 28-19. It's MCI over Foxcroft, 40-29. And the Winslow boys holding on to a 25-21 lead over Orono. So this is always a fun part of it, Bobby. We work some prelim games together. It's always kind of fun to gather into scores and see what's taking place throughout the rest of the county and the state. And again, it's all leading up to the action that begins on Friday afternoon at the Cross Insurance Center. Class BCD North tourney action.
Yeah, it is. And, we covered the C games last night, or the C game down at Central Aroostook. You look through the C girls, there weren't any upsets in the standings, but in the B girls, and I'll talk about D because there's only one real quick, but Ashland held their seed. The number 8 beats number 9 Jonesport Beals. But in the B ranks, MDI at 7 drops to the hands of Ellsworth. That's a tough prelim game it's a rivalry game to begin with, and they know each other. They play each other twice on the season, and MDI battled back. My understanding is tied it up in the end, and then Trinity Montigny had a steal, went in for the game-winning 2 there as the buzzer sounds. They're real close to the buzzer sounding. So Ellsworth punched their ticket to the Cross Center, and they'll get to play Waterville. So only on the girls' side, really one upset in Northern Maine anyway, that as far as CDs go, and it was a 7-10 seed.
Right. Yeah, the 9-8, was it? I know Oceanside lost to John Baptist. I think, was that? Did John Baptist? No, John Baptist beat Oceanside. Correct. Was John Baptist the 8 seed on that one?
That I would have to look.
Yeah.
I thought they were.
Either way, that would have been. Either way, that's a mild upset.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the Big East certainly well represented in Class B at the tournament, with 6 of the 8 teams on the girls' side coming from the Big East Conference. So again, that's the girls' action was last night, boys tonight, and after tonight, I don't think there are any games tomorrow.
No, I think weather's cooperated. Everything has been played yesterday and or today, and I know some of the AA quarterfinals were held yesterday and today, and I think some of those will be played tomorrow too, but we obviously have no AA teams north of Bangor, so not anything we normally cover on a daily basis.
Nope. So, but just to let you know what WHOU's role here for the rest of the way, if you want to listen to the games on radio or go to WHOUFM.com, those will be provided, and covering all the Aroostook County teams right up until the end. And then also a new thing this year, WHOU.live is the place to go, streaming all 60 games of the MPA Regional Semifinals and finals from all 4 locations throughout the state. You can go to WHOU.live and sign up for a subscription. You can do it by the month, you can do it by the year, but it's a great deal either way, and a chance to see a lot of basketball, great basketball action in the semifinal and final round.
Well, what I like best about it is we only generally see Northern Maine teams. And when I say Northern Maine, I'm talking like usually are just Aroostook County teams outside of what WHOU covers in the Bangor area. And I like to see these teams that play in the southern part of Maine is what gets my interest.
Right.
Where you don't get to see them on a regular basis or even at all throughout the course of the season. You know, it's not the same being there in person, but it is. You can kind of get a feel. How is this team going to match up against the Northern Maine winner, and so on and so forth. But it's a tremendous package to be able to have for only the small cost of $10 a month, or $70 for the year, and that includes all the other sports that HOU covers. So a lot of action you can get.
Looking forward to it, and again, all that coming right around the corner. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back for the start of the third quarter right here on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12-passenger limousines and a 20-passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
For the third quarter, Fort Fairfield with the basketball and the 4-point lead, 34-30. Langner gets the first shot attempt and gets it to go. Fort Fairfield leads by 6, I think their largest lead.
Well, it was a nice job of Langner flashing that high post. Didn't stay necessarily right along the lane, stepped out a little bit away from it, but showed himself and then able to knock down the 12-footer. That's going to be the key. Don't hide behind the defense. Get where your teammates can see you so they can deliver the ball. Keep it moving, keep the defense shifting.
Pass, try to get it down low to Mitchell. Stolen away. Barnes tracks it down in the corner.
And I'll give you credit, my friend, as I should, but you were right. Oceanside was 8, John Bapps was 9.
Again, that's not, you don't really consider that an upset, and I wasn't sure where they were, but.
And that one was to the drummer, who has now left the building.
PVHS gets it back. Down by 6 points. Alex Tash to Carter. They got to get him going again.
Yeah, he was real quiet after he made the couple threes in the first quarter. Oh, what a beautiful look there. Great feed from Carter inside to the big guy, Mitchell. Couldn't get it to go.
There's Watson. His 3 is true.
A little kick out. Coach Strauss wants a timeout. He's going to get one.
We will take one as well. With 6:38 remaining in the third quarter, Fort Fairfield has increased their lead to 9. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Herring Brothers Meats has been in business in the Central Maine area for over 100 years. They are a federal USDA plant that provides processing of beef, pork, lamb, and goat by appointment and is also MOFGA certified. Herring Brothers also has a full retail store able to cut to your needs. They offer beef, pork, chicken, specialty sausage, and their famous Wicked Good beef jerky.
We're back. PVHS with the ball, trailing by 9.
Well, it's a good timeout there as the Tigers go on a quick 5-0 spurt here to start this third quarter. Finished real nice. The second quarter going into halftime, and you mentioned knocking down their free throws and try to throw the lob pass up to the big fella. He couldn't handle, a little too high.
So another turnover and another Fort Fairfield possession with a chance to build on what is right now a 9-point lead. They swing it around. Chase Griffith to Keegan. Bounces it to Barnes. Now Watson has it. Against that 3-2 zone, and a timeout being taken by Fort Fairfield of the 30-second variety. We'll keep it here to tell you that it's time for the injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living life, County Physical Therapy can help. With 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location in Bangor, visit www.countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. And really only one injury to report for participants of this game, and that would be, we mentioned it in the first half, Zach Dorr. He was the starting guard for PVHS. Midway through the season, went down with a broken wrist. He is there on the sidelines taking this one in, but unfortunately cannot play. As Fort Fairfield has it back, shot no good by Griffith. Here's Barnes. That one is no good, tipped around. Barnes kept it alive. Is it up? It's out on the perimeter.
It's a nice play diagrammed out of the timeout to get Griffith cutting through the middle there. But with the 3-2 zone and the 9-point lead, the Tigers might want to just pull it out, stretch them out with their speed, ball handling ability of Watson. Get that defense out of the middle of the lane and let him go to work.
Good point. We'll see if maybe Fort Fairfield will go to that strategy as they almost throw it away, this PVHS, but the Tigers remain on defense. There's Neal, gets inside, lays it in, and he has been a spark off the bench with 6 points now.
Well, nice catch there by Reed to save it as it's going over his head, and finds it coming down the lane was Neal.
There's Griffith, his first 3. That is Chase Griffith.
Well, when he gets high, he's a streaky shooter. When he gets going, he can really fill it up.
42-32 is Fort Fairfield's lead. Here's Carter. Has it taken away by Keegan. Wyatt's going to lay it up. No good. Draws the foul by Tash. And Keegan will have free throws.
Got a quick hands there, just reached in and took it away and got out in the open floor.
4:38 to play in the third quarter.
Tash did a nice job not picking up that third foul in the first half, but he picks it up here about midway through this third quarter.
He has 3, and one of the front court players, Shane Borello, also 3 fouls. As Keegan's foul shot rims out. They were on a streak there of 9 consecutive makes from the foul line. That one is no good. Barnes, though, gets the rebound. Griffith inside of Barnes, can't get it to go. Again, Barnes stays active on the offensive glass. Ball is loose on the floor. Fort gets it back. Langner lays it up. No good. Here's Neal with the rebound.
All kinds of opportunities for the Tigers, unable to convert.
Carter open right in front of us. No good. Too strong. Here comes Fort Fairfield, up by 10. Here's Langner. Shot's no good. And Barnes is going to be called for the travel as he fell to the floor with the ball.
Right now, he's looking at his coach. I think they're going to get him over to the sideline, which is a good move. Kind of taken out of the game a little bit by the contact. Let him regroup over there.
So Fort Fairfield sets up. It's pressure. They lob it into Neal, the safety valve. Try to get it to Tash, but Dawson Watson with the steal, and Tash commits foul number 4.
Yeah, that will be his 4th. That gets Bryce Seeley up off the bench before the foul can be reported. Again, the turnover is what causes the foul. He didn't want to give up the easy one. Sometimes you just kind of have to back off and give up the 2 points. I think he's worth more than 2 on the floor than he is going to the bench with his 4 fouls.
So Langner's first foul shot is off the mark. Langner's second free throw, also no good. Borello grabs the rebound.
We're going to talk about potentially a travel or a jump ball. And as he was trying to rip it away, he connects with Chase Griffith with the elbow, but that's after the fact of whether it's a jump ball or a travel. I think they're gone with the travel violation.
They did. They signaled travel. There's Watson for 3, no good.
Well, that would have been a huge basket. Stretch that out to 13 points.
Gabe Reed with the basketball. Dribbles left to Sealy, taken away by Chase Corley. There's Watson to Langner. That shot's no good. Keegan there for the putback.
Again, able to get out in the open floor, creating some turnovers. They've really done a nice job of that in the third quarter.
There's Mitchell. That shot is too strong. And for Fairfield. Quick outlet, quickly up the floor. Now they slow it down. So no sign yet of Fort Fairfield taking the air out of the ball with a double-digit lead. And
looks to me like it's an official timeout. Lost the contact.
Yep. So he's going to find a mirror or find another contact.
Don't see that every day.
So we will have a break in the action as we wait for Joe Kluge to return.
We got this. Yeah. We have the secretary interpreter of IABO Board 150 right next to us. Have you ever seen anything like that? This is a first for him. What? How many years you been on the board? 51 years. We got a first tonight.
You see it with players, I mean, from time to time.
We do, absolutely.
But yeah.
And to find it on the floor is almost impossible.
Right. Yeah, it looked like he still had it on his finger.
Some might argue he didn't need it in the first place.
That is true. That opens him up, doesn't it?
That's a can of worms right there.
He's back quickly. Makes the recovery, and for Fairfield, we'll have it back. 3:01 left to go in this third period of play.
Quick feet there. The Howlers are a good soccer team, but Sealy took the worst of that one.
He did.
Hope he doesn't have contacts either. He might have lost one there. Hit off the noggin.
Off the inbounds, Keegan's 3 is no good. It's knocked around. Finally lands in the hands of Langner. And Corley with the finish. And again, Chase Corley coming up big off the bench for Fort Fairfield.
But right now, it's a 14-2 run here in this third quarter. Just under 3 minutes to go. Tigers have come out firing on all cylinders here in this third quarter. Really just outworking the Howlers in around the basket, giving themselves multiple opportunities. Getting to the loose ball a little bit quicker, turning them over, taking advantage of the turnovers.
Fort Fairfield is on a 37-15 run since PVHS. They held a 17-9 lead in that first quarter. It's time they get it down low, and Mitchell with his first points.
Well, he's able to walk Langner up the lane, and there's no help side behind him. Had all kinds of room to throw it over the top.
Keegan drives out of control. It's going to be a blocking foul called on the Howlers.
You know, a lot of times you see them in the chest, it goes to player control, but I think that was the right call. He was moving a little bit to the side. I know the Howlers don't like it.
He's going to force Lance Neal to enter the game as Zach Mitchell picks up his 4th.
Yeah, so that's now Mitchell and Tash, both with 4.
Borello still out there with 3 fouls. They get it in, bounce pass, attempted for Keegan. Borello comes away with it. But Watson with the steal, misses the layup.
And they lost the handle on it the first time, and he comes around the other side of the hoop.
Here's Carter into the paint, lays it up, no good. Now down low, Borello with the basket and the foul.
Well, that time the Howlers giving the Tigers a little taste of their own medicine, a little quicker to the basketball. Finish at the rim, knock down your free throw.
Coyley comes out, and Caden Barnes returns for Fort Fairfield. But Coyley, again, with just seeing some action in the second quarter, a little bit here in the third, already up to 7 points for him. As Borello cans the foul shot for PVHS to make it a 9-point game.
We're up to 14 at one point. Game of runs, high school basketball. Hard to keep the momentum continually going. Especially when two teams, I know the seedings are 5-12, but they're pretty evenly matched ball clubs from what I've seen here through a couple quarters.
Watson misses a shot, but grabs the offensive rebound. Fort Fairfield's done a great job on the offensive glass, and you were going to make a point?
Well, I was, and that one goes up. I've seen it twice now. It goes up and hits the support up above the rim, which is out of bounds, but with the 5-0 run here from Penobscot Valley, now it might be time, with only a minute left, to milk the clock a little bit here to finish this quarter. You probably want to continue to attack in the fourth quarter. Take advantage here of the final minute or so.
Shorten the game, you get guys in foul trouble. Well,
Penobscot Valley certainly has guys in a little more foul trouble than Fort Fairfield, but it would also give an opportunity to stretch out the zone and then maybe attack the basket. We haven't heard a lot from Mr. Carter here since he made those first 2 threes.
Yeah, he has not scored since the opening period. They say the ball is out of bounds off Fort Fairfield.
I think I might want to go to the replay booth on that one, but
if they could, they would. But instead, the Howlers are going to have it out with Carter looking for an open teammate. Lob it in. It's going to be stolen away. A lot of errant passes.
He was a little bit unsure. I think he felt the 5-second count coming on him and just kind of tossed it up there.
Now Watson's going to back it out here with 50 seconds left.
Yeah, there's no reason to need to do anything. You got the 9-point lead. Take it into the fourth quarter. Maybe you go up 11.
Again, PVHS allows as a steal by the Howlers.
See how this turns out, but like I say, they could have went into the fourth quarter. I think you got away with a little push there. Sealy.
They keep it alive, but lands in the hands of Watson. Here's Keegan. Layup, no good, knocked out of bounds. Fort Fairfield will have it.
A nice job there by Carter. Let him slide by, but as he shows the ball, rejects it.
I was going to say, PVHS, again, they allow 41.5 points a game on average. They've already allowed 46 in this one.
Well, and you'd mentioned in the second quarter where they kept the score low, only giving up 6 points till about 2 minutes to go, and then the Tigers went on a little spurt there to finish the quarter.
Down to 5 seconds. Watson's going to pull up, try a three, no good. Sealy the rebound, but that ends the third quarter of play. Fort Fairfield will go into the final 8 minutes of this one, leading 46-37. We're back in 1 minute on WHOU.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
PVHS is going to have the ball to start quarter number 4.
We'll see how long Coach Dross continues to go with Tash and Mitchell on the bench with those 4 fouls, trailing by 9.
Here's Neal. Kicks it out to Reed. He hits the 3. Big shot.
Yeah, it is. That's a good start to the quarter for them as all the attention was on the low block. They forget about Reed out top.
Timeout taken by Fort Fairfield here quickly in this 4th quarter. We will take a break and we'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
We all know that fresh new paint can quickly transform the look and feel of your home. Our trained staff can help you select the best paint and color for your mood and budget with our new Color Journeys color matching system. Best look paint and primer in one. It's easier than ever to do it yourself, and it means less time and money spent on the project. Make your personal color statement and go where the builders go for quality do-it-best paint at the best price. The S.W. Collins Company in Caribou, Presque Isle, Holton, Lincoln, and Fort Kent.
We're back as Fort Fairfield has the ball, leading by 6 points. Langner flicks it up there and gets it to go. He's up to 8 points.
And you're right, he does. He just kind of flicks it and it falls for him. It's works for him. Again, that high post area.
Barnes commits the foul. Gets Neal.
A little too aggressive, trying to come through him instead of around him.
So for Barnes, that is his 3rd. Here's Borello. Tries to go baseline. Neal with it. Moves in on Barnes. Misses the shot. Out of bounds. Howlers will keep it. They lob it in. They're going to get Borello for that one. Pushed off.
Just enough to create the space and be able to bring in the ball.
4 fouls for Shane Borello.
Really? Between Tash, Mitchell, and Borello, they've got all the fouls for.
They do. 12 out of the 14. That trio. Here's Keegan. Drug the pivot foot there, and it's going to go back to the Howlers.
Tigers, you didn't see him put much of the full court pressure on in that 3rd quarter. Going to take the opportunity on the dead ball.
They try to lob it down low to Neal. Reed comes up with it. He hit a big 3 earlier. And we're going to have a Fort Fairfield foul. They're going to get Barnes for number 4. Chase Coyley will replace Barnes in the lineup. 6.5 minutes to play. The Howlers, the 12 seed, hanging around. You know, in the NCAA tournament, there's a lot of 12-5 upsets.
That was the one that really historically everybody talked about. Now there's been, with the parity in the NCAA. I was listening today where they expect there could be all kinds of upsets this year. And they get the ball inside there to
Neal.
Yeah, Lance Neal able to finish. And that's the play they were looking for the last time where he got called for the foul. But it wasn't him. It was Borello that got called for the foul, just over the top. Catch and turn back into the basket. Good start here to this fourth quarter for Penobscot Valley, as they were down by as many as 14 in that third.
And inside, Coyley with another hoop.
Well, I don't know how he got room to get it off. Then they get a carry violation, but it was Watson that got in the land of the trees and used a little English to get it to drop for him.
So a substitution is made right in front of the Fairfield bench. That's where they're going to put it in play here. Watson misses the shot. Here's Reed. He hit a big three-pointer earlier in this quarter. Sealy. Blocked by Coyley. For Fairfield on the run. Keegan, layup is good.
Well, that's a great defensive stand by Coyley. Held his ground, didn't get caught in the air, didn't go for the fake, and when he goes up, he meets him up top and gets the block and triggers the fast break.
Here's Borello to Carter. Again, Keegan out on him, and a foul is committed by Fort Fairfield.
That'll be the third on Keegan. Fifth on the Tigers, both teams with 5 team fouls.
Here's Carter again, has not scored since the first period. He's the leading scorer for the Howlers. He's going to have a chance right here. Three-pointer, banks it in.
I think I heard him call off glass as he was releasing it after hours.
Makes it a 52-45 game. For Fairfield with the lead and the ball.
And I think, you continue to look to attack the basket, but if you don't take necessarily a forced shot or an ill-advised shot, but again, you still continue to look to attack. It's way too soon. You're not going to be able to hold the ball for almost 5 minutes.
Three-pointer, Chase Griffith. A big one there.
That's one of those ones that the coach goes, yes, nice shot, young fella.
Another turnover by the Howlers. Layup by Watson, no good. Coyley right there again. 2 shots on the way.
Well, Chase Coyley is getting him some huge minutes off the bench.
He's up to 9 points.
9 points. Nice defensive stop down here in front of us that triggered the fast break, and now we get a technical foul. I don't know who this is going to go on. On 24, he's fouled out. He gets a technical foul. So, we'll get some free throws for the foul, and we're going to get 2 free throws for the technical foul, and then the Tigers will get the ball back. So throughout the course of this, there will be nobody on the free throw line because we won't go to live ball action after any of the free throws. But a golden opportunity for the Tigers to put 4 points on the board, get it back out to 14, and then have the basketball and burn some clock.
First one's no good. And we'll see who steps to the line for the 2 free throws after this one. Coyley gets that one. So he's 4 out of 6 from the line. Maybe they'll keep him right there.
Well, he is.
That one's good as well. Breakout game here for the sophomore, Chase Coyley. That one's good.
3 big points there. Couldn't ask for any more than 4.
Right. 3 out of 4 is certainly.
I would look, again, if the Howlers are going to stay in that zone, I know I've said it, spread the floor, take your time. Still attack the basket, but look for, and that's a good shot. Give and go. Langner's made the 15-footer all game. So 5-point play there by the Tigers. And Langner gets back underneath. Mitchell draws the foul.
So Mitchell for 2 shots, 4:20 to play. The lead has jumped to 15 points now for Fort Fairfield. Zach Mitchell. He is a junior. And his first free throw is good. Here comes Caden Barnes, replaces Keegan. He'll take a spot underneath the basket for this free throw attempt. Mitchell drains it. The big guys on PVHS can shoot free throws. Lance Neal and Zach Mitchell. Strong performance from the line.
Well, they're going to stay in the zone, but they're going to extend it a little bit.
There's Barnes.
That's the ability of Watson. When they get him stretched out, he's able to penetrate a little easier, and Barnes gets left alone.
8 points now for Caden Barnes. And a ton of rebounds. I'm sure he's in the double digits in that category. And it's a Fort Fairfield foul with Alex Tash going to the stripe.
Yeah, that's going to be the 7th team foul, and we can hear some fans behind us saying, don't foul, boys. And that's right. Clock is on their side. They want it to keep ticking. If somebody gets by you, well, they get by you, but keep the clock running.
So it is Tash. He spent a lot of time at the foul line in the first half. Had 6 attempts. First time there here in this second half of play. The lefty gets the first. 62-48 for Fairfield on top. Tash goes 2 for 2. Here's Watson to Griffin. Now Barnes.
You're going to want to try to keep in the hands of Watson as much as possible. His ball handling ability. Again, you can see, probably from the camera angle, a lot of seam to attack there once they get spread out.
Watson gets into the paint. Got no man's land there, throws it away.
Well, they tried to get it to Barnes, but Carter was standing right there.
Tash couldn't get the layup to go. Here's Watson with it.
Yeah, they wanted to try to make the one-handed pass. That's why coaches tell you, 2 hands. Lost the grip on it and causes the carry violation. It's getting to the point now for the Howlers where it's a little bit of a sense of urgency really has to sink in. They have to attack the basket quickly.
Mitchell with a nice save. To Carter, gets into the paint. Layup is no good. Tipped around, no good. They get another chance. That's off the mark. Mitchell misses. And Fort Fairfield with Barnes with the rebound, but his elbow was on the stripe, so.
Well, and the Tigers did the right thing there. Penobscot Valley, a lot of opportunities, but they didn't foul him.
There's Mitchell. Shot is no good, so the Howlers come up empty. And Fort Fairfield with the ball and the 13-point lead. Langner to Coyley. Watson open for 3. No good. Barnes gets another offensive rebound where he has made a living here throughout this one.
Well, he just had a little better position than Carter that time on the weak side and able to go up and, his leaping ability we've seen throughout the course of the year. Able to take it away, and on the putback, it's hitting the elbow.
No good on the first attempt.
Want to close out a game, knock down your free throws.
Barnes hits the back end. And a timeout's being taken by Jeremy Duras, the PVHS head coach. We will take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back in WHOU.
The SW Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the SW Collins Company.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
I'm Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell, Ricky Goupel on camera, Marco Almani back at the station producing this one. 2:21 remaining. Howler basketball trailing by 14 points. It's a Class C North prelim. Number 12 PVHS taking on number 5 Fort Fairfield. As Tash misses the shot. Carter with a defender right there. Watson can't get it to go. Another chance. And Mitchell drains it from the baseline.
Well, and again, the Tigers doing the right thing. Hand up, not fouling. Took them 3 opportunities, took some time off the clock. Now they got to do it here. They get a kick ball. Still a 12-point lead. Basically, if they're strong with the basketball, can spread them out, attack with the dribble. We've seen them where they've been able to dish to Barnes, or Dawson Watson's been able to take it to the basket, or make your free throws. Probably be able to punch your ticket to the Cross Insurance Center.
They get it into Langner. Inside of 2 minutes to play in this one.
That's it. They're just going to play around the perimeter, keep the ball moving, keeps the defense shifting. And eventually, might be able to get something on the weak side if they get it shifted fast enough, but they almost turn it over. Now we're down under a minute and a half.
Watson to Coyley. Langner to Barnes. Shot's good.
Well, he's been there, and they were content earlier just keeping around the perimeter. That time Langner looks inside to him and able to finish from that short corner.
Up and in by Neal. Timeout taken by Jeremy Duras, the PVHS coach. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Fort Fairfield has the ball and the 12-point lead. As Chase Griffith gets it to Barnes. Now Chase Griffith with it back. Keegan into the front court. And they get it to Watson. And a foul is going to be called on Reed, sending Dawson Watson to the line with 57 seconds left to play. I don't think we have a score from the George Stevens Bucksport game, but the winner of this game, which looks to be the Tigers, will play the winner of that one.
Well, if it happens to be George Stevens, that'll set up a rematch. Certainly Well, Dawson Watson actually played on the last time a couple years ago when Fort Fairfield matched up against George Stevens Academy in the Northern Maine Championship. I think it was 2 years in a row they battled each other. Watson's freshman and sophomore seasons. Big rebound there by Barnes. Keeps the ball alive. The clock has not started. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I thought we were in Fort Fairfield. Probably, it's not going to matter, but there's probably 4 or 5 more seconds that could have come off the clock.
Fort Fairfield playing keep away here.
And it looks like Penobscot Valley going to be content not to foul. Let's put some pressure on the ball, make Fort Fairfield keep it moving.
Now to Dawson Watson. Griffith with a touch. Mitchell with a foul. He's fouled out now.
You know, the Howler, looking at the roster, there's only 2 seniors. One who is Zach Dorr, injured. The other one is Reese Carter. So they bring back a real solid core of players next year.
Both the big guys back, and Zach Mitchell and Shane Borello. And both those players fouled out.
Tash probably look to be the point guard out top with Gabe Reed as well.
We have a final from Washburn. It was GHCA coming up with a 77-49 victory over the Beavers in that prelim, the lone Class D prelim in the north. Second free throw, good by Griffith. Carter can't get the shot to go. Watson chases down the rebound, and a foul is committed with 15.9 seconds on the clock, and Fort Fairfield already leading by 15. Just a matter of what the final score will be.
Well, the Tigers, the key to this game here was that last 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first couple minutes of the third quarter where they really went on it was probably close to a 20-2 run on the Penobscot Valley and got the momentum going early in the third quarter and continued to keep it throughout the fourth. And we talked about the scoring that Penobscot Valley's given up. You know, low scoring. I think they only give up around 40. Not sure where it is on this card here, but they only give up about 42 points, and the Tigers got 70.
Yeah.
But the Tigers were able to get them up and down as they only score about 40 and got them up to 53. So it was the tempo the Tigers wanted, and they were able to capitalize on it and punch their ticket to Bangor.
Time winds down, and the buzzer sounds. 70-53 is your final. Fort Fairfield wins big. We are going to take a break, and we will come back for our Pat's Pizza post-game show. After this 1-minute break on WHOU.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car.
Sorry.
You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. Bobby Russell down on the floor with our Pat's Pizza post-game guest. Take it away, Bobby.
All right, thanks, partner. Here with Colby Langer. Colby, in our, got to mention, it's Pat's Pizza post-game guest. So, what are the emotions right now, knowing you've punched the ticket to get to the Cross Insurance Center?
They're great. I've never been a starter going to the tournament, so it just feels amazing.
and last year, so just hopefully make a big run here.
Well, speaking of big runs, the end of the second quarter, start of the third quarter, the Tigers put a run on it. I estimated it was around 20-2 run, and that was really sort of the difference. Kind of got the momentum going. What do you feel was the difference? How'd you get going?
I mean, we just kept on running the court. We got a really fast team, so we just kept on running. Never stopped.
Yeah, well, they don't give up many, only around 40 points a game. You guys were able to score 70, and when you did get in the open floor, it really seemed to be the key.
Yeah, they were a really quick team. They came out really strong, and we just did our best to pull out the win.
All right, well, congratulations, and go enjoy this with your team.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, partner.
Hey, thanks a lot, Bobby. That's Colby Langner, our Pat's Pizza post-game guest, as we are into our Pat's Pizza post-game show as we wrap this one up and add up the scoring and tell you a little bit more about this effort by the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Now I have it added up. 70-53 is the final, and Bobby, before we go over the scoring, just your thoughts on this one. Fort Fairfield, again, kind of an uneven game as they fell behind early, but then they made enough. They made more of the runs toward the end of the game and be able to put them on top and allow them to advance into the quarterfinals.
Well, I think the 3-2 zone, talking to Colby before the interview there, they hadn't seen one all year, and I think they kind of had them on their heels for a while. They figured it out, were able to get in the open floor, made some free throws coming down the end of the second quarter, and really jumped on them in the third quarter. Again, about a 20-2 run to start there. That was the difference in the game, and they were able to keep the momentum going in the fourth quarter, really kept Penobscot Valley from gathering any momentum, and they were saddled with some foul trouble. Mitchell and Tash had the 4 fouls and had to sit on the bench a little bit in the second half, so that was a difference as well. And they really limited after the first 2 3-pointers from Carter. He was not heard from really offensively the rest of the game, so good adjustment there as well by the Tigers.
So Fort Fairfield moves on. They play either George Stevens or Bucksport. We're waiting for a final of that one. We have a couple other finals to tell you about. And one of them is played down in Holton as the Shires, the number 5 seed, lose to the number 12 Old Town Coyotes by a score of 63-62 in overtime. But first, the scoring, and interesting, Bobby, we'll start with PVHS. They had 6 players score, with Gabe Reed with 3, Zach Mitchell with 6, Shane Barilla with 8, 3 in double figures, Lance Neal with 10 off the bench, and Reese Carter had 11. Alex Tash led the way with 15. But you look at the Fort Fairfield side, 6 players scoring, 6 players in double figures. That's a great effort.
Well, it is, and they do have that balance that kids can put the ball in the basket for them. They all can. Langner's got that mid-range game. Barnes really does the damage inside. Watson can attack. Keegan can attack. Griffith's forte is knocking down the 3-pointer. So they have a variety of weapons, and they took full advantage of it here today.
They did. So a quick rundown for Fort Fairfield. 3 players with 10 points apiece: Chase Griffith, Colby Langner, and Wyatt Keegan. 11 for Caden Barnes, 12 for Chase Coyley off the bench. A great effort by him. Dawson Watson, the senior leader, he led the way with 17 points. So Fort Fairfield advances to the quarterfinals in the Class C tournament. Also in the county today, Washburn loses to Greater Holton Christian Academy at home in a Class D prelim. And also, we just mentioned the Holton boys. They fall to the Old Town Coyotes. That was a 12-5 matchup. Old Town wins that one 63-62. And wrote down some other scores. And I know MDI pulled off a win, and also MCI came up with a win over Foxcroft. So more scores, obviously, to follow tonight as the prelim round continues on the boys' side. The tournament starts up on Friday. Again, join WHOU Audio, radio 100.1 FM, and you can also go online and listen live on WHOUFM.com. And again, it's WHOU.live. That's the place you want to go to get a subscription for the semifinals and finals of the tournament, all 4 locations. north and south. Make sure you take advantage of that. So that wraps it up on behalf of Ricky Gupo, and the camera, and Marco Almonte back at the station. The color man, Bobby Russell. I'm Kevin Schoberg. Saying goodnight from Fort Fairfield High School. The Tigers win it 70-53.